Hello students, in this lecture we will study about another example of recursion. Now we have discussed earlier and we have defined the recursion in C. So in any programming language, recursion can be defined as a process of calling a function inside itself using smaller values or smaller inputs. So basically when a function calls it recursively, so the function can call it recursively using the input, same kind of input but smaller in values. Suppose we want to find the factorial of 5. So factorial of 5 can be written as 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. So a recursive call to the factorial 5 will call the factorial 4 function inside the same function. So factorial 5 can be written as 5 into factorial 4. So factorial function should be called inside the factorial function on value 4. Again, factorial 4 can be found out by using 4 into 3 into 2 into 1 or 4 into factorial 3. So again, the same function will be called on value 3. Likewise, we can define the recursive calls to the function and we can perform some useful mathematical operations. So basically, recursion can be defined as a process by which a function can call itself using smaller inputs. So in recursion, we can make recursive calls to the same function inside the function definition itself, and in turn it will return the value after recursively calculating the whatever value we want to find. Now recursive functions are very useful to solve mathematical problems like factorial of a number, tower of Hanoi, generating Fibonacci series, and so on. Now we will discuss an important application of recursion, that is finding Fibonacci series up to n numbers using recursion. So what do you mean by Fibonacci series? So Fibonacci series is a series in which the output or the series consists of the numbers like 0, 1, 1, 2, 3, 5, 8, 13, 21 and so on. So how these numbers are found out? So you can see each number in the series is the addition of previous two numbers. Like see the number 8 in the series, it is calculated with the addition of the previous two numbers, that is 5 and 3. So 5 plus 3 becomes 8. Now the next number is 13 in the series, so you can find it using addition of previous numbers, 8 plus 5. Similarly 21 can be found out using 13 plus 8, and this series goes up to a particular ending condition. So in this series the recursion can be very useful to find the next number in the series. So any particular Fibonacci series can be defined by the recurrence relation given here. Fn is equals to Fn minus 1 plus Fn minus 2. Means suppose we want to find out F3. So F3 will consist of the numbers F2 plus F1. So F3 will be F2 plus F1. F4 will be F3 plus F2 and so on. Now we should have an initial condition for this. So we have calculated here the initial values are 0s and 1. So we can call it as f0 is equals to 0 and f1 is equals to 1. So we can find out f2, the second number, as 0 plus 1. So f2 is equals to f0 plus f1 plus f0. So f1 is 1, f0 is 0. So we can find out the f1, f2, f3, f2 n number of values. Now how to write the pseudo code and how to find the Fibonacci series. So you can see here in the diagram Fibonacci series that if we want to find out Fibonacci 4, so we must know the values of Fibonacci 3 and Fibonacci 2 numbers. Again Fibonacci 3 can be found out by Fibonacci 2 plus Fibonacci 1. So Fibonacci n is equals to Fibonacci n minus 1 plus and Fibonacci n minus 2 is the called recursively inside the function Fibonacci n. So here pseudocode is doing the same thing. There are two initial conditions. If n is equals to 0 or n is equals to 1, in that case we have to put the value of n as 1. So f0 is equals to 0 and f1 is equals to 1. So whatever value is there, we have to return it. Else the Fibonacci n function will be called upon by these two recursive calls, Fibonacci n minus 1 and Fibonacci n minus 2. So Fibonacci n is equals to Fibonacci n minus 1 plus Fibonacci n minus 2. So using this particular formula we can find out any value in the series, and we have initial condition as Fibonacci 0 is equals to 0 and Fibonacci 1 is equals to 1 here. So this is the ending condition for finding out the Fibonacci series. Now the program. Look into the program. It is basically calling Fibonacci n, and this is the definition of Fibonacci n. So here Fibonacci n is the number of elements in the series. Suppose we want to find out the first 100 Fibonacci numbers. So n will be 100. We will input n as 100. So it will calculate the values like 0, 1, 1, 2, 3, 5 and so on. Now this call to the Fibonacci function on input n, the control goes here Fibonacci int n. This particular formal parameter will be used to calculate the next Fibonacci number. So we have given two conditions, if n is equals to 1 or if n is equals to 2, then in both cases we will write Fibonacci number as 1, else we will calculate the Fibonacci number as Fibonacci n minus 1 plus Fibonacci n minus 2. So this particular definitions, this particular calls are made to this function Fibonacci n minus 1. It is again given, the control is given here. So this particular function is calling this function inside the same function. So Fibonacci n minus 1 will be calculated by the same, and Fibonacci 2 n minus 2 is again calling this function. So Fibonacci n minus 1 and Fibonacci n minus 2, these values will be calculated until n becomes 1 or 2. And we have two initial conditions, f0 is equals to 0 and f1 is equals to 1. So obviously we can use that particular exit condition to exit from the loop. So this particular recursive calls are made to this function, and this function will call the value, we will replace the value of n with n minus 1 and n minus 2. Then it will recursively call the Fibonacci n minus 2, Fibonacci n minus 3 and so on. So in this way this particular function Fibonacci n, it is a recursive function called recursively by these two calls, Fibonacci n minus 1, Fibonacci n minus 2, Fibonacci n minus 3 and so on. Ultimately it will return the value of this particular Fibonacci number, and it will input the values, it will print the values right here. So whatever number of elements we want to print, we have to give this particular number here as input parameter. This particular Fibonacci number will be called by these two functions recursively inside the same function, and it will again and again calculate the value of f number as Fibonacci n minus 1 and Fibonacci n minus 2, its addition. So in this way we can easily find out the Fibonacci series.